Hello, and welcome to Renaissance Knowing Your True Self. Do you remember the last video I had talked about the book that I've started to reread again by Robin Sharma? It's called The Leader Who Had No Title. I read a few pages, and today I decided to take some time out away from my house because I seem to spend a lot of time in the house. And I went out, got a coffee, and then I just sat and read this book. A lot had been happening this week, and and sometimes you're kind of like staying in this house, you feel kind of trapped, and and I just needed to kind of get out of the house and get my mind kind of engaged in the book, and I'm not distracted by what's happening around here. So what have I learned or relearned or remembered? Do you know that we all have a personal power, a leadership, a greatness within us that we have forgotten? Most of us have forgotten, and we live average because that's what society has told us. If we're not good at something, we get harped on about that particular thing that we're not good at, forgetting that maybe we have other strengths that could be life-changing. It could change the world. It could have a huge impact. Those are all forgotten, and we're just led by what society believes are good success factors. And once you start to believe that you're not good, you start to operate at that level, like the mediocre level, the average level. This book is all about tapping into your greatness, tapping into your inner power that is waiting there, hungry, right? We all know that there's always that little hole that, you know something's missing, right? A lot of people think, okay, if I'm single, maybe it's because I don't have the right partner. Wrong. Newsflash, that's not what it is. It's because we're not living our purpose. We're not living the best life that we can. We're not living up to our potential. That's why we have this emptiness inside of us, right? Some of us are resigned to that, and we just kind of live day to day, the same thoughts, the same habits, the same routines, and we are lost and we are just stuck. This is kind of like taking ownership of who we are, knowing your true self. When you tap into your personal power, tap into your greatness, that's when you start to see your own potential. And that's what I 100% believe in, because again, if you remember from my last video, I talked about it, is you know what you're capable of, and you know how much more you can keep working on and improving and getting to be the best version of yourself. Is tapping into your personal power. When we talk about work, right? Work is just, okay, we think of it as just a job. It's just a means to pay a bill. And we take the Monday to Friday, it's like drudgery, we live for the weekend, etc. So what is our attitude? We're miserable, we're victims. This is not how life should be, but we can't do anything about it. Newsflash, again, second time, you can do something about it. And that is just improving and tapping into yourself. When you go into work, right? What is the attitude that you have when you go into work? Are you like, oh, here we go again? Or, hey, what can I deliver today? And how can I make today better than yesterday? Coming in with a different attitude can change things. And again, I can say that I am speaking from personal experience. Tapping into your personal power, tapping into your personal leadership. Having a title of a manager just gives you that. But you could be at any position, and you can exercise leadership. Leadership is influence. It's impact, right? If people start looking up to you for certain things, certain help, they look to see how you do certain things. Maybe do you not realize that maybe you are having some sort of an impact, some sort of an influence, right? So if you're coming with innovation, how can I do this better? How can I do that better, right? Those are all things that show how you can be the best person that you can be. And the way I look at it is that we all want to have a title because we all want recognition. We want the validation. We want the money that comes with it, right? But if you look at work as a way for you to contribute, whatever it is that you do, right? Be down to so-called the lowest level to the higher, most senior position. If all levels of, roles in an organization, if people are taking personal leadership, responsibility, and accountability in all the different areas, just imagine how powerful an organization can be. So this can be when you're building a business, or it could be as an employee, right? So Don't ever think that being an employee means I'm stuck and this is what it is. You can bring your best. You can bring your A game. You can bring your innovation, your mastery, your ethical attitude, everything. You can bring all of that. Bring yourself too, your real self, right? So people can open up to you. Be real. And when you do all of these things, right, things will start to happen. But give it that time for things to happen. When we talk about, rewards, right? I'm not getting any credit for doing, for doing my, for doing my best work today. Maybe I don't get any credit today, but that's okay. The rewards will come later. Don't do it for the reward. Do it because that is what you want to do. You want to get up every morning and give it your best at no matter what it is. So, I don't know if I'm making sense, hopefully, but this is just, again, it's personal leadership, right? This is something that's within our control. That's the point that I want to drive at. It's not like I'm waiting for someone to give me a promotion. I'm waiting for someone to give me some credit. No, you do what you need to do. And even if you don't get the credit, you still keep doing that, because at the end of the day, you're the one who has to walk away feeling happy. You are the one who has to be accountable to yourself. You're the one who has to feel that you have accomplished something that day or not, right? So at the end of the day, you're answering to yourself. So do what's right, no matter what other people say. Do it right, tap into your personal power, tap into your personal leadership. There's so much more I want to say about this because it was just mind-blowing, but I just want to keep it very simple. Tap into your personal power, tap into your personal leadership. I keep repeating this because that's kind of like my mantra now, that I want to keep saying that to myself. And this can happen in every area of your life. It doesn't have to be at your job, doesn't have to be at your career, doesn't have to be a business. It could be it could be at your personal life, could be at the gym, could be at your health, etc. There's so many different areas that this can spill into, right? And that's what I'm realizing now and learning. And like I said, a lot of this I already kind of knew about it because I'd read the book, but now rereading it again is giving me something a little bit more insight, more things to think about. Approach work with a leadership attitude. Approach work with responsibility, accountability, positive attitude. Enjoy yourself. This is what changes everything, not what other people do. Just this, our personal power. I remember this quote that I had seen somewhere. You cannot, expectations are a one-way street. Do not expect anything from others. Expect the best from yourself. It all ties together. And that is my message for today. So another thing I just wanted to kind of tap in is that I realized that I love reading about leadership. I love, and again, not just reading, I like to implement and learn and see how that impacts others, how that impacts me and how that impacts other people. And again, I keep saying that. I talk about something, it's because I do it, not that I've heard something and now I'm talking to you about it. Personal development is not, I've read something and I'm going to teach this to you. No, it's about me implementing it. Just like a personal trainer in the gym, right? You can't have a person who doesn't work out to give you tips on how to work out and this is what you should do. Maybe, and that's just because they probably watch some personal training shows and think that they're an expert. No, they may have theories, but it's the implementation, and I'm all about the implementation. So I'm going to be focusing a lot about personal leadership. I feel like that's where my passion is going into. And again, it's all part of knowing your true self. It's only when you start to work to your potential, you get to know who you truly are, right? When you work your best, be your best self, you get to know who you truly are. And that is where, it's exciting for me. I'm just like super excited about it. I must probably sound crazy to a lot of people, but hey, you know what? Everybody has their passion. And this is all tying into specifically about women empowerment, because I think women make fantastic leaders. We're so underutilized, but the more women that we see rising up as leaders, I mean, heck, everything is going to be fantastic. All right, I will let you go and we will talk next week. Take care. Bye.